What's up, scrappy peeps? It's Del from Inkie Quill, and today I have something a bit different, but I'm going to post it on both my Inkie Quill channel and my Let's Get Inkie because I do have people that are subscribed to different ones. But this is a little peek into my Happy Mail binders. So before I start, I have covered up people's addresses with these. So if you see these post-it notes floating around, they're not supposed to be there. They're just covering up addresses. So I have a PO box address that I've always got listed down below, and I have received so much incredible happy mail from all of you beautiful inklets, and of course I'm going to keep it and use it, so I thought I'd give you a peek into my binders. Now this is the first one. So this is just a normal plastic binder folder. We call it folder here, but I think in America you call it binders. And it's got a plastic slip so you can slip something in. I got a piece of cardstock and I had these stamps left over from a collage thing that I did ages ago. So I just collaged on some stamps and I really like how it looks. And then the little gaps that I couldn't fill in, I just filled in with gold hearts. So I've split my Happy Mail into 4 categories. We've got North America, Australia, Europe, and other. They seem to be the 4 main categories. So if you've sent me a little Happy Mail, you might see it in here. I have still got a bundle that I've got to put in. I just haven't had a chance to put them in. But yeah, so let's get to it. So just cardstock with some stamps on the front. And then I hope this all fits. Yep. I made some dividers. So these were just plain white. I think they were plain white dividers that I had left over from a school folder that I used for teaching. And I just went crazy with some paint and stencils, and I absolutely love how they turned out. I did some collage on them, and they're just really fun and bright and happy. If you'd like a tutorial on how to make a similar background, I probably won't do another whole set of dividers because I don't need them, but if you'd like a tutorial on how I do this kind of background, let me know and I'll post a tutorial over on my Let's Get Inkie channel. So this whole binder is North America. You North American peeps absolutely spoil me rotten, so let's jump right in now. My favourite tool to use with this is my fuse tool. I'll just grab it in case you don't know what it looks like. So this is my fuse tool. I think it's by We Are Memory Keepers, is it? I'm not sure. The American version does look different. This is the Australian version with the Australian plug. And what it is it's this little, it kind of looks like a pastry wheel, and you plug it in, it heats up, and then you can fuse plastic sleeves together, and that has been a godsend for this project that I've been working on, because without it I couldn't have done it, because everybody's letters of course are different sizes, and I was able to actually use just normal plastic A4 size sleeves from Officeworks for a lot of this, which was very cheap and handy. So let's get started. Now, I'm not going to go through all the letters. I'm just going to flick through and show you some of the different pockets that I've created. I backed the dividers because they were a bit El Crapo, and so I backed them with some scrapbooking paper just from a paper pad that I had. So all I've done is if it's a card or a postcard or a letter that you can see both sides, that I don't need to take it out, in and out to see it, I've actually fused it completely in. So this one is completely fused in. You can't take it out, you can't move it, it's in there for good. Whereas something like this is a card that you can open, and so I've put it up the top. Now this does take a little while, and I would suggest if you're going to do something like this, wait until you've got like a bundle of maybe like 15 different letters or postcards to put in, because it is tricky to try and match up similar sized bits, but I'll show you some strategies to get around that. So this is just simply, I had a plastic sleeve like this. I put this bottom one in down here, and then I fuse the side with the fuse tool, and then I just pop this one in at the top. So I've got that. Ones like this where it's too odd kind of shaped with a bit of a awkward space in the middle, I've actually created shaker pockets in between. So someone on this page sent me these sequins, so I actually included them with it as well. If someone sent me a card, sometimes I have cut the card in half so that I can have the front of the card here and then stick the back of the card here as well. And I did try to put, like, these are all Christmassy ones, so I tried to put the Christmas ones all together. And then, like, this is a card that can pull out, but because this card is quite thick and chunky and glorious, it does fall out. So I just used some washi to seal it at the top. If people have sent me things, so this one's from Sam. Oh, I actually used these in a grab 5 too. So Sam sent me these beautiful little stamped bunnies, so I actually tried to use some of them on the page as well. And then if people sent me really pretty envelopes, I kept the envelopes too because I am a bit of a hoarder. And then, so that's off someone's envelope as well. And I just, it's so nice to flick through because we all have, like, you know, not great days. And sometimes it's nice just to have something like this that you can look through and just know that everything's going to be okay and that you've got beautiful friends and people that love you. You could do a similar type of thing with birthday cards that you've got over the years, or Christmas cards that you've got, or even notes that your kids have written you, or anything. You can do this with any type of ephemera that you collect. You could even do it with pictures that your kids have done at school, as well, with little handwritten notes that they've written, or worksheets, or it's just a really nice way to keep everything all together. So this is an example of one sleeve that I haven't finished yet. So if there's, and I'm completely fine with that, when I get a new stash to put in my binder, I flick through from the start, and if there's gaps, I try and fill those up first. So this one will most likely be a shaker, unless I get a very tall, skinny thing. And then with this one, this is a card. Actually, is it? No, it's a postcard, so I can seal that up as well, unless I get something that fits perfectly in there, and then I'll take this out and move it to a different sleeve. So it's just all about having a little play. So they're both cards that I can pull out and have a look at. And you guys are freaking talented. I really am just blown away by the things that you've sent. And I love looking at the postcards that you've sent to me as well, and photos of where you live, and it's just beautiful. So this one, I had 2 cards. Oh, and this, oh. So this one was a card that I want to pull out again. So what I did is, when I fused the sides, and I fused, did I fuse the top first? No, I fused the sides, this side, sorry, and then I put a piece of cardboard or cork, something thick in there, and I actually cut a slit. Now, I know the fuse tool has a slit cutter thing that you can put on the end, but I've lost mine, and I tried it first and it didn't work for me. So I just used a Stanley knife and I cut a slit in there, and then I fused it back up again. But you have to put something in there so that you don't cut all the way through. So that's a little technique if you want to have things that you can pull out. This part here was just another one of those awkward little spaces between things where I wasn't going to get something that size. So that's actually the back of a paper pad, and I had it floating around in my scrap box. So scraps are really good to use up in a project like this as well. I love that card. That is so cute. Oh, I just have to say, Emily, your handwriting is freaking beautiful. I always look at this. It's just, look at that. Couldn't you just read a journal that was just all that beautiful, like forever? Love it. So all little bits and pieces that you guys have sent. And then if people have sent a few things, so Alice has sent me quite a few cards. I try to group them together. And there's a space here, so I can always slip something in here. Here's one that isn't completely finished. I love, love, love this little bit of lace bunny detail. So I popped it in there. And then if someone sent me multiple things, so I got a card and a letter and another card as well. So I tried to put things together. And pocket letters. This was a beautiful pocket letter from a darling little 6-year-old fan. Thank you. And I just put some sequins in this little empty space over here. But yeah, it's just fun to look through. And you can see here there's some bits that I haven't filled up, and I'll get to those eventually. And yes, so that's my North America binder. And as you can see, I'm up to, oops, whoopsies. I'm up to a new one for North America. So I have to do another binder, but I have to go to the shops and get one. I don't think I have another one. I want to keep them all the same. And then when I know for sure, like this one's now full and it's just going to be North America stuff. So I'm going to do the side of the folder. I forgot the freaking word side. I'll tell you what, this baby brain, it's hit me hard. Let me grab the other one. So this is the second one, and this is Australia, Europe, and other countries as well. So I've got a similar type of thing, but just with a mint. No reason why, I just liked it. And we start off with Europe. So it's just all about having fun with your ephemera, and sometimes I just punch holes straight into the envelopes, and then I use these little reinforcers from Simple Stories. So they're the Carpe Diem, but I'm sure you can just use white ones and colour them in with markers or ink. These were just something that I had lying around in my stash. Claire, the name of this is ridiculous. How insane is that? That's a place. Look at how long its name is. It's just incredible. I would love to know how to pronounce that. It's just, wow. I just stared at that when I got it for a long time. You blew my mind with that one. This one has a little flip up bit. Oh my God, a pocket letter. And yeah, just some more little bits and pieces. So some of them, like this one, I think, maybe not that one, but some of them are actually smaller Becky Higgins page protectors that I had left over, but a lot of them, so all these ones with the white sides were just normal A4 sized ones. So now we're up to Australia. And I've just added little pretty bits and pieces that you can touch and feel and shake and just all sorts of things. And then if someone's written my name really nicely on an envelope, I'll cut it out because I like it. Here's Tracy. I met Tracy at a retreat, which was really nice. And then, so this one's still missing some spots, but I'll come back to that later. It's a work in progress. It's, you know, it's something that I continue to work on. And I have to say, I love all the things that I've gotten from people's kids as well. It really means a lot. So this is from Kylie and her son Nathan, and who also watches the pictures of the bunnies. And it's just really nice to know that people watch my stuff. And yeah, and Poppet and Frida got their own letter from Bing Bunny, which was cute. So yeah, just all little bits and pieces. And I look through this quite a lot. I really do. It cheers me up. And I think we're almost there. And that's it. So I've got these extra dividers at the end, which I will use when my albums grow, because I'll need one for the next album, that's for sure. I've also been collecting stamps, and I'm such a hoarder. I've been collecting the stamps that come on the packages and the letters because I just love stamps. I used to be an avid stamp collector when I was younger, and I just love them. I love them so much. So I thought what I'd do is that, so I've got Australia. This is really North America, I started off just USA, but I changed it. And even just like the par avion and things like that, like that's just That's just so cool. So I kept that, and then I've got my Europe ones and my others. So what I'm hoping is that once I get enough of doing like a title page just on a piece of cardstock behind the dividers for each country or area. So they're my Happy Mail binders, and I also record everyone's addresses down on a separate document, which I won't show you. But I just want to say a huge thank you to anyone and everyone who's ever sent me a letter or a postcard or anything. It just really brightens my day, because, you know, I do suffer greatly from anxiety and social phobia, and it's just really nice to know that there are people out there like me that like to scrap and just are lovely, lovely people. So if you'd like to have an update on my Happy Mail binders in a little while, let me know. And here's the other one. I think I might do maybe turquoise for the next one, I'm thinking. But yes, so if you'd ever like to send me a letter or a postcard or anything, my PO box is always listed in the video description down below. And yeah, once again, just a ginormous thank you. You guys are incredible, and you're what keeps me going, really. I have to admit that you really are what keeps me going, and these are definitely treasured items that I will always keep forever. So thanks for watching, guys, and any questions about the binders, or if you do something similar with your Happy Mail or something different, I'd love to know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!